what's up, everybody? My name is Azzy. That is Roy Inc. Welcome back to Just Fun Games podcast episode 3. Who knows?
I think it's 3.
Who knows at this point? Because we had a massive break.
Yeah, really massive break.
We had a massive break.
Too long of a break because of.
And what could have?
Yeah, go ahead. You know what it is.
What could have possibly caused that?
Oh man! Oh well.
Reality caused that.
Reality set in, and I went to this place called Umbrella Corp, and they hooked me up with a C virus, which I got. COVID.
They told him it was a COVID vaccine.
No, it wasn't no COVID vaccine. I got COVID, man, and I'll tell you what, this was a scary moment for me, because I remember when we did the Godzilla in review. And I was having a cough, and I'm thinking, oh, man, this is allergies. I saw pollen all over my car. I'm not going to worry about it. It's just allergies.
I've known this mofo since I was 7 years old, and anytime there was allergy season, he basically became the Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah, because this is when reality set in where this might not be allergies. I woke up one morning, and I had a little packet of Cheez-Its. And it was just maybe like a little bit of crumbs at the bottom, but I still want to finish it. And I'm throwing them back, and I'm like, I don't taste these. They ain't got no flavor. And you're thinking maybe it's crumbs, it's not going to have that much flavor in them. I was like, and I got a little skeptical. So I went into the kitchen and grabbed Doritos. I was like, I know this goddamn flavor in the Dorito. I put it on my tongue, and I was like, it's very light. I don't really taste. I don't taste it in the front of my tongue. I taste it more in the back. So I was just like, I'm gonna leave this alone. It ain't nothing, And then, it was around.
If 100 people, if 100 people were to watch this video at this point, at least 2 of them would say, "Cheez-Its gave him COVID."
No, I know what gave
Cheez-Its made in China.
I know what gave me COVID. But yeah, so. It was the weekend. It was Easter weekend, so my whole family was over here, and I went to work that Saturday, and I know my mom was making breakfast, and I couldn't smell it. And I was like, normally I smell that bacon and sausage and egg. I don't smell that. This is getting kind of creepy. So I still went to work that day thinking nothing was wrong. So I was cooking sausage that morning at work. And then I was like, I had it on the timer, and it's funny because, I didn't know anything besides, you lose your sense of smell and taste for COVID. I didn't know the rest of the symptoms. And basically, they were telling me, yeah, man, you're pacing back and forth at work. You were so confused. And I was like, well. So eventually, I got the sausage that I had cooked, and it was burnt. And I didn't smell it. So that's big red flag right there. I was like, normally I smell this when it burns. So I told my manager, like, look, something's not right. Let me go get tested real quick. Went to the fast med place, got tested, and boom, COVID. I was like, well, shit. This is great. So my whole family's here for the weekend. I can't see them. I'm trapped in my room dying over here. And it wasn't bad at first. It was around, I want to say, it was Tuesday or 2 Tuesdays ago, where my oxygen level was too low. Your average is supposed to be like in 90s and 95. My shit was at 84. Yeah. So at that point, I had to go. I had to go to the hospital. So, and I remember, I remember going into the lobby. There's like nobody there. There's just like one nurse and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, nurse, they told me to come here because my oxygen level was so low.
Wait, hold on. Who was that character? That was like a movie from our childhood where there was it was like maybe like the Little Rascals or something, where it's like one kid who could only talk like that.
I can't.
What movie was that?
I don't know, but this is how I was talking. I was like, yeah. I had called somebody, and they said my oxygen was low, and I needed to go to the hospital. It was like, sit down. They hooked me up to that thing, and oh my god, I was like, holy shit, I can breathe again. But
like straight adrenaline to the chest.
Yeah, because like first I'm thinking, okay, I just need the oxygen, and then it was like, oh, we're gonna keep you here for a couple of days and make sure everything's all good and dandy. And I tell you, man, I'm not gonna say COVID is the worst feeling I've ever had being sick, but it is the worst experience of being in a hospital. Because they had all these machines hooked up to me. I had like a little, box hooked up to me. Then I had the little, thing so I can get hydrated in there, and the oxygen thing hooked up to my nose. So going to the bathroom was a pain in the ass. That's all I can tell you. And like every time I'd be like, yeah, it was so weird because I was so out of breath taking a piss. I'd be like, I'll get up and be like, and like literally afterwards, I was like, I ain't even got time to, bullshit around. Let me get back in this bed. I'm not messing around. But it is when I'll have those coughing attacks, and those were the worst. Because I'd be sitting there coughing, and nothing would come up. But the nurses and the doctors was like, you need to lay on your stomach when you sleep. And I was like, I got all these motherfucking cables hooked to my body. Sitting on my stomach is not the least of my worries right now. All these cords that could possibly wrap around my neck and probably kill me in my sleep.
I'm getting the way you talking, I'm getting like Matrix vibes. They had you in like a vat of goo, with a tube down your throat and shit. I'll have nurses coming in there. Welcome to the real world. Oh my god! But what sucks is they're giving you all this food and stuff, all this breakfast. I didn't eat none of it. That whole time in the hospital, I'm like, I don't want to eat this. I can't taste it. Eventually, my taste did come back while I was there, but it was just like something's not right. It's not. But I can tell you now, I had a craving for Zaxby's the whole time. I don't know why, but I wanted some Zaxby's. I know you don't know what Zaxby's is. It's down south. Yeah, thank you for reading my mind. I'm sitting there going like, what?
It's a more southern Chick-fil-A. That's all I can tell you.
So it's Chick-fil-A, but they really hate gays.
No. Oh, we lost you.
Oh.
Where did he go? There he goes.
And I'm back. Keep that in there. Somebody did not like that joke.
Oh, gays. Click. No, we don't discriminate here. But yeah, man, I tell you,
what the fuck you say?
I just remembered you calling me at the hospital, and I was pissed off that day. And I was like, I'm trying to sleep, and I'm dying of coughing. Like, hang up.
I didn't know. Hey, no one told me shit. I thought you were still like, I was worried about you. But when you told me that your family, like the important members of your family, the ones that had like compromised immune systems, they had already been vaccinated, I felt a little bit better. I was like, oh, well, it sounds like he just has one of the minor cases. He just lost his sense of smell and sense of taste.
No.
As long as he can quarantine, I hope everything's fine. It's like, he's fine, I'm sure. Let me just go ahead and call him because it's been a little bit and you're in the hospital?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I kept it quiet, because I didn't want a whole bunch of people to worry. I didn't want a whole bunch of people to worry. But the people that did reach out to me, I applaud you. Thanks for checking in on me and all that other mess. Except for I do not appreciate my job checking on me because all they wanted to know when you can come back.
So, are you going to be here Friday?
No. I go back to work. I go back to work tomorrow, but at the same time, I'm like, it was funny because they had called. I think they had called Wednesday. I was like, yeah, man, if I feel good to, I'll be there Friday. Thursday came and I'm still kind of in. I'm like, nah, fuck them. I'm coming back Monday. They can live. Yeah. And it's funny because they're like, oh, the kitchen is not the same without you. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. I know.
I mean, it's less infectious right now.
Yeah, and the fact that they're the ones that gave me COVID. So that was a nice little treat to find out, because it was the Monday one of my line cooks wasn't feeling good. Apparently, he thought he had allergies as well. So I was like, "Ah, shit, I'm next." With allergies at least. So that Tuesday morning, he sends me a text. It's like, "Hey man, can you come in to work for me? I don't feel so good." I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go in." Granted, not knowing he had COVID, or the job didn't know he had COVID, didn't clean anything. So I'm working in the same shit he's working in. So at that point,
that's what your job's gonna start calling COVID, or like trying to pass by. I was like, "Nah, you ain't got COVID, man. You got allergies."
yeah, I'm gonna double check now next time I fucking can't taste anything. But it was funny.
Actually,
go ahead.
I've pre-registered for the vaccine myself. I'm still waiting to hear about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a while before I get the vaccine now, because I got it. But it was funny because the whole week that people were, I had my first line cook had COVID, I got COVID, somebody else got COVID, and then somebody else. So 4 fucking people that week had COVID, and
I'm kind of surprised they could still be open at this point.
Exactly. I don't know why they wouldn't shut down for a day to at least clean the restaurant. I'm not going to name the names, because I'm not trying to get myself in trouble. I still like to have a job after this, but I mean,
it's Jersey Mike's.
No, I'm not getting red flagged by Jersey Mike's. I don't even like Jersey Mike's, but yeah,
I've actually never been.
Yeah, but what astounds me is when they announce somebody has COVID, they don't tell you who it is. They just say, "Hey, somebody was diagnosed with COVID." I don't know. Could be you. Could be him. Could be her. I don't know. So shit. So the whole time I'm like, I can take a chance on this and see if I got it or not. And I did, and next thing you know, I got it. So mistakes have been learned.
Yeah, maybe take like a year-long break on gambling. You suck.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, I made it at least a whole year without getting the damn shit. So got it.
In the meantime, while you've been away, several episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier have gone by.
Yeah,
we're probably gonna do a roundup once the season's over.
Yeah, I was wondering. It's like, I bet you everybody's like, "Yo, they haven't done nothing but the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What are they doing?" Granted, I said when we did the last whatever chit chat we had, me and John, I said we'll do 2 episodes for that episode for us, and then COVID hit, and then that shit fucked up everything. So eventually, the last episode, Friday, we'll do the whole series and review and be done.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
And the fact that we got Mortal Kombat.
Yes, very much so. I'm actually more confident now than I'm knocked out. Yep, I know.
Why are you having camera trouble today than I'm not? Normally my shit goes out. No. Jersey Mike's was listening in.
And I'm back again. Right?
You gonna talk shit about
there's a game manager at Jersey Mike's that just said, I'm sorry, Bill. I'm just not attracted to you.
But
I mean, Steven maybe, but not Bill.
So hopefully, I still don't know my whole schedule Friday. So I would definitely want to do Captain. I want to see Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Who knows? Ooh. So, and eventually, I want to do now. Back to get a little brushed up on COVID. Not everybody was safe in my household. I'm gonna tell you that now. My old man got it. My brother got it. Isaac got it.
I thought your old man and your brother got the vaccine.
my mom had the second dose, so she was fine. I mean, you can still get COVID with the vaccine.
Yeah, no, but I know, but the symptoms are far less severe if you had the vaccine.
No, well, for Isaac's case, he was fine. He was the only one that didn't show symptoms, which I'm grateful. Esau and my father, not so much. But I say, you know how my old man hit coughing over there in the back while Esau was up in the attic. He actually had to go to the he went to the hospital yesterday, but his wasn't so severe like mine was. All he had trouble was breathing, but he was pretty much dehydrated, so he was able to leave the same day. Unlike me, I had to stay for at least 3-4 days, and I was getting like, I was about to go crazy in that hospital. I was like, I appreciate
you to an arc reactor to make sure the COVID didn't get to your heart. You know,
I appreciate the nurses and the doctors that helped me out and all that. You know, you the true heroes and stuff like that. But I had to get out of the hospital. I was like, it was getting cooped up in here, and I'm like, I had to watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode in the hospital bed. I'm like, this episode better get good. Oh shit, got America. But yeah. Anyway,
so in the meantime, while you were away, several things came out. Disco Elysium, Oddworld, and I've been playing everything except for Persona 5 Strikers.
Yeah, we're having that review.
I know that so many people are looking. Listen, here's the truth of the matter. It's like, if I'm passionate about it, whether in the positive or the negative, as I feel like I've been able to demonstrate, then I can summon up the motivation to actually do a review. But when I decide before I've even touched the thing that I'm going to review it, it kills my motivation, man. Like, let me get attached to the game before I decide. I had made the assumption that I was going to jump on this shit and I was going to fucking love it. I don't. I mean, that's all I can say about it. And rather than just like dance around it or not address it or just let that be something I said, did nothing about, I'd rather come out and say it. It's like, I don't want to do a review on Persona 5 Strikers. I realize that I don't want to force myself to play a game that's playing like shit.
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. All right, we back.
I'm the kind of guy who likes to sing my passions, whether or not it's on the positive or on the negative. But if a game is just bleh, it's just meh, it's a slog, I don't want to like, it's, that's what it is. It's the beer debate.
Okay. What's the beer debate?
Hear me out. Since I reached the age of 21, legal drinking age, everyone sat there and said, like, hey, have you tried this kind of beer? And it's like, no, I'm sorry, I don't like the taste of beer. And the argument has been, you get used to it and you like it. I don't fucking get used to it and like it. I want to sip and I want to enjoy the shit. Persona 5 Strikers has gotten fairly positive reviews from for the majority of outlets, and I can see why. There's potential there. And the last time I played it, I was starting to see it a bit, but it wasn't enough to make me get off of work, come home, and want to jump back into it. Everything else was way more appealing. I don't want to have to. I don't want to eventually come to like something. If it doesn't catch me, it don't catch me. And that could be the sum of my review. And like I think I felt like I had to finish it because that's the only way to properly review something. But at the end of the day, that's indicative of the review right there. I can just lie and say that it's like, yeah, I finished it. I mean, mentally I finished it. I didn't like it.
Shame. So there's the review for Persona 5 Strikers. I didn't like it.
6 out of 10. 5 out of 10. That's kind of it, man. We ain't got that kind of free time where we can just sit around and spend no, I won't even say that. I do have the free time. I don't want to waste the free time on playing a game that I don't have a fucking reason playing anymore.
So other than Persona,
I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry that's disappointing. I'm sorry that's disappointing.
You're gonna disappoint somebody, but it ain't me. So
no. I feel much better saying that rather than entertain this idea. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to it eventually. It's like the review is coming soon. TM stole that from Blizzard. Please don't sue me.
So yeah, speaking of reviews, I was supposed to be doing the Sea of Solitude director's cut review.
Go on.
Hey, at least I beat that game.
Okay, all right, fine.
But me, but me making the video for it has, kind of, not saying I was lazy, but I was just not motivated like you to fully finish the product and get the review out.
Actually,
but overall,
but you know what?
It was a good.
In the meantime,
game.
But you know what? In the meantime, I've dabbled in. I haven't finished, but I've dabbled in several new games, or at least new games for me, that I actually thought were pretty freaking great. I'm not sure if you touched on before you got whisked to the hospital, but Disco Elysium came out. I want to say like a couple days before you had a dip.
It came out a week before, and I missed the discount, so now I got to pay full price.
I would say it's worth full price because it immediately throws you into situations where you have to make hard decisions, and not like hard decisions like this person lives or this person dies, but your decisions are start off with how you create your character, what stats you prioritize, and how that affects the way you can converse in conversation and such. So I didn't. I built my guy to be smart, and what was it? Analytical and intellectual, but not that strong in the social aspect or the physical aspect. And what that led me to is there's the whole thing starts where like your character wakes up and you can't even remember who he is because he was that blackout drunk the night before or something. And this other cop has been waiting for you for like 4 days because there's been a murder behind the hotel that you've been staying at. And one of the witnesses is this punk ass kid who shows absolutely no respect for authority. And if I had higher social skills, I would have been able to maybe convince this kid to give me some more information. But otherwise, there's a psychological health bar and a physical health bar. If either one of those you only have.
You gone.
You can hear me. It's going back. Psychological health bar and a actual physical health bar, and if both of those drop to 0, you immediately lose. It's a game over screen. Whether or not you just like convulse and get an aneurysm or something, or you just have a psychotic break or something. So trying to convince this kid in order to give me information was affecting my psyche. So after I failed one time, he's like, I backed off of him, and I kept exploring. And there was a point where, in order to get into a secluded area, I had to jump from one building to the next, and that required a courage check or what have you. And there was a 47% chance I was gonna pass it. I failed it, and then he ran to the edge, had he broke down, and it was game over. So it's not that I had to do that, though. I gambled that I could do that in order to open up more options, but there are tons of things you can do in order to advance the story. So it's up to you whether or not you want to try and go for those gambles. If it's successful, then great. If they're not, you pay the price. But it's like Monkey's Island, but on acid.
Okay. Because this whole time you ran, I'm like, what's this game? Something about two bars.
Come on,
I don't know. I mean, I might get to it when it really drops down on price. I'm not in a rush to play it right now. The only newest game that I've gotten so far was for the PlayStation Plus, Oddworld Soulstorm, and I want to know. I want to know your thoughts of this.
My thoughts about it was that I had to take a crash course in the story because I remember sitting behind you and watching you play the game. I knew the gist of it. It was essentially like what's that fucking movie where shit, that's a classic movie too, where it's like they find out that they're eating that like the food product that's being sold by this company is actually like the people. It's like green something.
I don't know. It sounds like Oddworld to me.
Essentially, like I knew that like the whole thing was that like whatever the creature the main character was, he found out that they were going to be murdering his compatriots, and yes, and turning them into food. So he was trying to escape and to save them and whatnot, and there was a spiritual element to it. But jumping into the game, I thought the cinematics were really great. I immediately cared about Abe because like he has all this responsibility that's being hoisted on him, and like the voice acting is fucking adorable. He's this lovable loser that honestly shouldn't be the hero, but has to be. But it's also nerve-wracking. it's such a great puzzle game. But with the ability to replay stages, because there's so many things to find in these fast-paced stages, and people to save. Oh god, this is it. I was really shocked at how I kept playing the game, despite the fact that each level was like nagging at my anxiety to like find and get everything and save everyone.
Yeah. For me,
there was a spot where I had to. There were like guys. There were my followers that were trying to escape up a ladder, and I had to hold back. I know. Enemy forces trying to shoot them down, and I set up all these. Dude, I thought the only thing that I could do was like mind control one at a time and blow them up and set up like fire traps. Damn it, man! If I didn't spend like 40 minutes on that, only to find out like the first guy you can mind control has a gun that just wrecks everything.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not.
Still, 40 guys died.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling the same way about Oddworld. As much as this was like my childhood PlayStation game, something's missing, man. I don't know what it is. It's yeah. I mean, I like how the original, is just basic. All you had to do was rescue these guys. This one, I feel like they're doing a little bit too much. Like I don't dig all the crafting and stuff. I like my goal is go in there, save these guys, get them out. There and like the heart of the game was like in the original was the voice acting, of course, because you had Abe like, "Hello, follow me," all that kind of mess. It's not really here like in the original, and that I don't know what it's something about it. It's not attracting me like how it did when I was kid. Like the one before that, Oddworld New and Tasty, the remake of the first one. I was more into that one than this one.
Well, I got a question. I got a question. From my understanding, this new Oddworld is a remake of the sequel.
Yeah, this one.
Did you play?
Yeah, I played the sequel. See, like because
how did they compare?
From what I played so far, Soulstorm, everything is almost pretty much new. Like, and I remember in the original sequel, Exodus, like Abe just saved 99 Mudokons from Rupture Farms, and apparently he knocks his head, he hits his head, and he's getting visions from other Mudokons say you got to find the other Mudokons, and apparently they get led to Soulstorm Brewery, where they find out they're taking Mudokon souls to make this drink. So Yeah, so it's well, I mean, I don't know how Soulstorm is, but that was the original premise of Exodus. You know, another place to save more Mudokons. But like I say, it's. I mean, maybe I'm just
well. The first one was about them like. The first one was about them like mincing them up and using their meat, and then having the sequel be about like, oh well, they're using their souls to make the drinks. It's like, sounds like they're just repeating the same thing.
You know, man. Well, it worked. I mean, I still like the originals, and you know, to this day, I'll
see. This is why you're not going to get a Jack and Dexter remake. You don't deserve it. Because then they'll come out with it and it's like, it's not the same.
All right, first of all, okay. We're ending the topic about Oddworld and all this again. Since you want to bring up Jack and Dexter, we might not get it because you know why? I don't know if you heard about this report from Jason Schreier talking about, you know, Naughty Dog might be doing a Last of Us 1 remake. Now I asked you, do you really want that remake? Last of Us 1.
I do not subscribe to the controversy. That followed The Last of Us Part 2. Despite the fact that I never even played the game, I know enough about it because of the controversy that I'm solely on the side that I think it's an amazing game, and what they did was very very risky, and it should have paid off, but fans are whiny bitches. But I don't think you need a remake of the first one. I feel like that would be such a
because
not just a waste of resources, just a waste of time. It's unnecessary.
I mean, granted, yeah, it's a game maybe not aged well, but it's not like like it's too early to be craving a remake of the first Last of Us game.
No, and this is coming from a guy who's waiting for the PlayStation 5 update for The Witcher 3. I get the appeal, but I just feel like it's not like it's a game that I just feel like it's a property that needs to sit on the sideline for right now because of what went down with Part 2. I don't think you're going to bring a whole lot of people back just because you remade the first one. The people that are upset are going to still be upset.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I mean, I like The Last of Us. I like Last of Us Part 2. I'm not in a rush for no remake because, you know, like it was early it came out on PS3, and then when PS4 got announced, I think it was maybe a couple months later, the remastered version came out, which was a little bit better. I mean, at that point, I don't need the, you know, graphic quality of Last of Us 2 for Last of Us 1. That story has been said. You don't need nothing. There are other gaming Sony PlayStation properties that can be remade, and people will have more time enjoying that than The Last of Us. And on that,
and I heard that I also heard that they're supposed to be coming out with another Uncharted.
And I'm speaking of that. That's what I'm currently playing. By the way, I'm playing Uncharted 4. Yeah, I got bored. I ain't get far. I only got.
I kind of let the Kermit the Frog cheer.
I only got to chapter 8, so I'm not too far into the game, but it's gotten me to where I'm like, okay, because I totally skipped Uncharted 3, but this one I'm more interested in the story because the whole brother relationship, and pretty much the ending's been spoiled for me already, so I'm like, well, I can't play this game now, you know. But there's other games I want to play. But yeah, going back to another new Uncharted, I'm not really looking for. I want as much as Sony
as a guy who played
blockbusters.
As a guy who played every single Uncharted game, I think that Uncharted 4 and Uncharted the Lost Legacy, which is effectively 4.5, they're gorgeous games. They're so pretty and exciting. I enjoy the roller coaster, living out an action movie kind of shtick. Even if like there's some people who get bothered by the excessive like set piece kind of stuff. I don't. I feel like this is the franchise that, in my opinion, Lara Croft should have been. And it's not better just because like the main character is a guy or some other shit. And Lost Legacy, it has 2 female leads, and they're absolutely great. If they were to consider, if their plans were to continue the series with those 2, all the better. It's like it's still good. Give me more good.
But yeah.
No. Have you been watching IGN's Console Watch podcast?
No. Wow, what's going on now?
The whole premise of the podcast is essentially to cover what is effectively the console war, despite the fact that neither Sony or Microsoft feel like they're actually fighting the same fight anymore. But it feels like the past like 2 weeks that has been just like it's been shit on Sony for things like backwards compatibility and for comparing PlayStation Now to
Game Pass.
And don't get me wrong, there isn't really a comparison. Game Pass is way better than PlayStation Now, and Microsoft's backwards compatibility is way better than what Sony has. But you have the guy that they have repping for Microsoft going, it's like, and they're going to catch up on those exclusive games. It's like, show me, because there's no fucking evidence. Like, I try to be open-minded. I want Microsoft to have a game that I need to get that system for, and maybe that'll be Fable. But they went through an entire generation without that ever fucking happening. Thank you, Nintendo, for hosting Ori and the Blind Forest, so I don't have to get a Xbox.
It's better on PC anyway, buddy.
But it's like the law of averages. Sony has these big AAA games, and now suddenly it's like it's a negative.
Yeah.
Because we lack backwards compatibility, and I totally get that. That's why we don't have that. I don't understand. But the titles we are getting are phenomenal.
Are they?
As he rants.
Besides Ratchet and Clank, do you think what would be your average review for Returnal?
What am I predicting to be the average review for Returnal?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks fairly interesting to me. I'm intrigued. I want to jump into that. It has me excited.
Like, that's why I'm kind of on the fence about it right now. Like, the more I see it, I'm like, the story wise, it intrigues me. I'm like, yeah, I want to know what's going on. As far as gameplay wise, it's so much shit going on screen. And these are the people that made Super Stardust and Resogun. But
it's a bullet hell.
Yeah, but to me, like, it still feels like those kinds of games, and that's not what I'm really like. That's where I'm on the fence.
It would be like a Dead Space kind of thing.
I wasn't even thinking about Dead Space at this point. I wouldn't even consider it a horror game. But it's not. It might be just me, because right now we're so close to Resident Evil, Mass Effect, and Ratchet and Clank right after that. My eyes are not like mainly focused on Returnal right now. I'm like, I want to wait a week to play Resident Evil, because I just played, like, I literally played the new demo last night, and I'm like,
okay, all right. I think I get what you're saying, but while so far the launches of the new consoles haven't been littered with stellar games, I still feel like the best PlayStation 5 exclusive at the moment is Astro's Playroom. We still know what's coming and what has been delivered in the past, which allows us to feel more comfortable and more confident in the kind of quality that we should be expecting. Like with Ratchet and Clank, like with Horizon Journey to the West, like God of War. These things that we're definitely looking forward to, and these experiences that we can only have on PlayStation. Where on the flip side, Halo looks like it belonged a generation, like a generation behind, like it belonged on the 360. And we got a cutscene for Fable, and we got a rare title, but we couldn't tell what the fucking gameplay was. And some of the other IPs, remember that one IP that looked like it was like like the whole thing was like Cronenberg madness, where it was just gross to look at. It was, I guess, it was supposed to be like a horror game.
I don't
with
know.
like people coming out, like full bodies coming out of giant vaginas to the wall or some shit.
I remember what game you're talking about. I just can't remember the name. I know which one you're talking about. It was weird as hell.
Yeah, but you can't tell what the hell the game was. Admittedly, like with you, I don't think the gameplay that we've seen of Returnal matches what we were expecting out of it. But I'm still optimistic about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll give it that until it proves me wrong.
Yeah, I might end up just waiting before I buy that one. Because like I said, you got Returnal, and then the week after that is Resident Evil Village, and I'm like, I ain't gonna have time to play Returnal and then Village. I'm gonna spend most of my damn time on Village, and then after Village, it's Mass Effect, and yeah, guess what that got? If you haven't been paying attention, it's got a photo mode.
Yeah. I'm still getting photos on this man's feed from Avengers, which every single time they announce some DLC, whether it's just like a costume, like they announced the DLC for the Superior Iron Man costume. I got my brother-in-law going, so is it going to bring you back? It's like, no, it ain't going to bring me back.
It's better on PS5. Look at my screenshots; they look so much better. But
so was Cyberpunk. I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red said that they are committed to be working on Cyberpunk forever.
But at that point, if they are working on it forever, you might as well just do your last update for the last gen versions and worry about next gen, PS5, Series X, PC. Worry about those, because I guarantee you those last gen versions are not going to be up to snuff to what PC and next gen consoles are.
Well, we've seen massive recoveries before after ridiculous launches like No Man's Sky, like the original Final Fantasy 14. Wink, wink.
Don't worry, it's in my download queue. Shut the hell up! I was waiting for this damn shit to drop.
No, but it is prudent. Both of those launched to critical failures, and yet, given the time, they were able to build it back up again to where they are now reputable and profitable games.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw somebody like saying that CD Projekt Red is probably just pleading with Sony to please continue selling our game, please.
I can't help you, man, but I say shit was broke. It was broke when you launched it. You knew these versions were not up to snuff, and you only gave review copies to PC codes. Where's the console codes?
But yeah, you know what? I give Blizzard a whole ton of flack for taking a very long time developing their games. But then we get shit like what happened with Cyberpunk. So it's like, maybe we're part of the blame.
Yeah, but I'm not saying we are part of the blame. It's like I wasn't over there at CD Projekt Red, be like, yo, give me this damn Cyberpunk. I need it by December. Come on, give it to me. It wasn't like I was doing that. That was all CD Projekt Red. It's like, hey, we can, you coming off of The Witcher 3, hot. You're the hottest game company.
Yeah, but they delayed the game how many times? Like 3? They delayed Cyberpunk at least 3 times. And each time, everyone pissed a bitch.
Well, now that you'll learn your lessons. I'll say, I guess it's like everybody's worried about this God of War Ragnarok coming out this year. We haven't heard anything by now. Do you want this game to come out this year? I don't. I'd rather wait next year. I can wait 2 more years, 3 more years. Put that damn shit.
Just give me a new map.
Put that shit down. You're gonna get the same shit. It's just gonna be in different locations. Okay, the places we didn't go.
It, oh man, come on! You don't understand. You don't understand the reversal I had for that franchise because of that game. I hated God of War 2 and 3. It's just like it took something that at one point had a message or a thought behind the story and the premise, and it was like the Fast and the Furious version of Greek mythology.
Yeah, I like 3.
Except for the part where it's all about family, it's all about killing family.
It's all about the family, Kratos.
Well, the other couple of things that I tried out were I completely finished a game that had been in my backlog for an extended period called The Last Campfire. It was good. It was a puzzle game. It was colorful, genuine. It had like it kind of like it reminded me of Journey because it had a very somber story, where like the message is effectively hope in the face of hopelessness. I liked it. Like it was a solid game. Totally recommend. And then I tried a game that you apparently gave up on, and I'm really surprised. Concrete Genie.
Motion controls.
Yeah, I had no problem with them. Like I don't know when you played it. Maybe you played it on the PlayStation 4.
No, I played it via backwards compatibility. I recently, when it came out for PS Plus, I want to say 2 months ago. That's when I started playing it. I played a good chunk of it, but it was just like it wasn't clicking to me. That and like I mentioned this before, it's something like I got a shit ton of like you know me, I got a shit ton of backlog games right now. Like even me playing Uncharted 4 has been a struggle just for the playing like okay, let me do like 2 chapters here, 2 chapters there, move on. And then when I move on, I'm like, all right, what other game I want to play? Play a little bit of Oddworld, wasn't feeling it. Let me go play something else. And then I'll go back to like Fortnite or Apex Legends. I play these damn battle royale games, and I'm glad to say I finally got a solo win in Fortnite today. It's been almost 2 months. But anyway, I mean, I still got to finish Ghost of Tsushima. Still haven't finished that. Yeah.
Oh wow. I understand. I understand the feeling. Like I still have people bugging me to play Overwatch, and I just want Overwatch 2 at this point. You got to say no sometimes.
Yeah, like they're like it was funny is because I'm picking up Uncharted 4 right now. I'm not playing Uncharted 3, so I'm like, well, I'm kind of skipping the story part there. But I'm not in a rush to play the third one. But the only 2 games I really need to be beaten right now, it's Horizon or Nier Automata. One of these 2 games got to get beat, and I don't know which one's going to be.
There's a certain someone who really wants me to play Nier Automata, but yeah, I haven't gotten around to it.
I mean,
not that it's bad.
I'm not saying
it is.
I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just like because it's been so long since I played it. So me jumping back to an old save from maybe like 2 years ago, I'm like, what the hell is going? Yeah, I'm like, and I don't want to. Same with Horizon. I played that game when it first came out. I was playing the hell. I put maybe a decent 6-7 hours into it, and then trying to go back to it now, I'm like, I don't even know how to fucking set up a trap.
That's exactly how I feel about Disco Elysium because like I've forgotten all the shit that I'd done up until this point. I might as well start over, but I did so much already. It's like, with the Nier, the amount of times you have to start the game over in order to get the whole story. That's why it's like it's just a massive hurdle to commit yourself to. And if you're going to, you need to do it. You need to stick to the commitment rather than getting like sidetracked by other stuff.
Yeah. So my commitment is beating Uncharted 4. So if I can do that, then I'll jump back into either Nier or Horizon. I'd rather much play Horizon because there's art. Well, I think Nier has a prequel coming up, but I'm not too.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, but I'm not too into getting that. But while Horizon, there's a sequel for that one coming out maybe this year or maybe later next year. That I'm like, well, if I want to know what's going on, I better beat this down, because somebody, like, I'm already getting like little subtle hints, but like, oh, this is what happened, and I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, like, bad enough having a Twitter account now. You gotta like block certain keywords and phrases and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to know anything.
Dude,
like I didn't know.
I am shocked that I understand, because I am absolutely shocked that I've been able to be on the internet for this long, post Cyberpunk dropping, and not knowing how the story ends. I've been I've been staring at I follow this channel on YouTube called Wisecrack, and they go into the philosophy of movies and video games and such. I've been sitting on a video going into the philosophy of Cyberpunk. It's like, I want to watch that, but they're going to spoil everything. God damn it.
Yeah, I could tell you now, since having COVID, like when I think it was Outworld first came out, my drive for gaming was like, I don't want to play this goddamn game, man. It's getting me tired. So I've been watching a whole bunch of YouTube podcasts and stuff like that. And
this man watched some goddamn anime.
Yep, and I watched some anime. That's how bad. This is how bad COVID messed up my gaming life. It put
Not
me.
That he does not like anime, but to get this motherfucker to actually sit down and watch a series is like pulling fucking teeth.
No. I'm not saying I'm done with the series. I think I'm what? I want to say only 9 episodes in. The anime is called Parasite, and it was funny because I think it was what you recommended it, and you haven't seen it. So I was like,
I've got a list of other recommendations.
Put that
when
down.
You go watch these, Nick.
Well, when I come up to Maryland, maybe I'll watch a couple of them. Hopefully, they don't put me to sleep like the beginning of Westworld did. But
hey,
I finished.
But it was worth it.
I finished the series, even though season 3 was shit to me.
Oh, I loved it.
But yeah, it was funny. He's like, "Yeah, you should check out this anime called Parasite." I was like, "Okay." And the first like 2 minutes of the show is some woman or some man getting their head bit off. I was like, I'm in.
You asked for gore. You asked for gore. I had to think.
And I was in, even though, I'm not one of these super anime guys. I watched it dub. So the voice acting was fucking hilarious. But I'm like,
man, I just got Jordan to start watching Inuyasha.
Oh my god.
I like, thing is, she always skips to the next episode before the ending plays, and I had to show her what we would hear in the middle of the night.
Like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning, and Inuyasha thing playing, you wake the hell out of that coma, and you be like, what's the next episode? It's not Inuyasha, then what is it? Case closed? Oh shit, hold up, let me watch this instead.
Hey. I would love to get back to watching Case Closed if it wasn't on episode 326.
Damn, they ain't still figured out who did that shit to him.
Hell if I know, man. But like that's like on One Piece level, like ridiculous how long that show's been going on.
But yeah. But yeah, after Parasite, Netflix was like, "Hey, man, you might want to check out some other animes." So I do have some other animes in my queue that I can't remember the name of one, but how Netflix does like the little quick, like 30-second clip of the show that you're highlighted, and I don't know what the hell happened. Some girl got her finger cut off, and it wasn't in English, so it was all Japanese, and it was fucking weird. But I was into it. I was like, more gore. Sign me up. So there's another anime after Parasite.
There's an anime on Netflix. Shit, if I'm fucking forgetting the name at this point.
He's gone.
Not because the camera went out this time. What's it called? It's about con artists. Shit. It is called. Come on. There we go. The Great Pretender.
No, never heard of it.
That's good. It's good.
Mm.
If you like comedy, if you like more of a mental anime.
Yeah. Also, Demon Slayer was on my recommended list as well. Maybe I'll watch it. I know it's popular and shit, and then that's not. I don't want to watch the like most popular animes like My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, and all that.
But you should watch.
Say what now?
Oh, My Hero's really good. Attack on Titan's really good. I actually had to find out the ending for Attack on Titan. So I actually, despite the fact that the anime is still ongoing, I jumped into the manga because the final chapter got released recently. It ends pretty well. Hopefully they can like get to that kind of ending for the anime. But if you want to feel confused, you should watch Beastars.
No. I saw a little snippet. That was enough for me. I'm watching Beastars.
Make you about as confused as you were back when we were watching Space Jam and Lola Bunny first stepped on scene.
Don't worry about Lola Bunny back in the day, man. Don't worry about saying the new Space Jam movie. I'm still check it out, but at the same time, you had to do my dog like that. Pepe Le Pew. No, what? Y'all just 86'd his ass.
Yeah, because we're old enough to realize, oh yeah, that was kind of fucked up. Now you think about it.
Yeah, but if that's the case, you need to 86 Miss Piggy's ass too. She always wants some Kermie dick.
No, but that's a stupid shit where you got people who just want to fight about something. It's not that they're actually fighting over the thing that is being shelved or removed. It's the notion of the thing, and it's like, oh. But when you break it down to the specifics, it's like, that's not what matters. It's like, it kind of does. What was Pepe Le Pew's character? Please tell me. And it's like, well, he's this skunk who's really horny, and he keeps hitting on this cat who really doesn't like it. And it's funny. It's like, what's that sound like? But we're not talking about that. It's cancel culture. It's bullshit.
Anyway.
Mr. Potato Head's a man. He has a penis.
It's just Potato Head.
It's just Potato Head. Anyway. So getting back on track with what we want to try and do, we're going to aim for this Friday, if not Saturday, to do a kind of summary review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, not Captain Falcon, and I hope that we're going to get back to streaming It Takes Two.
Yeah, I'll be more up to it. Hopefully. I'll say, like I said, my
camera will be in a far better position now because I figured shit out.
This goddamn guy don't know shit. All this fancy stuff, this is all me. Everything else, him streaming, he don't know shit. So when I try to tell him what corner you going down, the bottom right, you going to the bottom right corner, or are you going to the top left to upper right? It's not that hard to figure out, John.
That's not the part I was trying to fix.
What were you?
That was fine.
Your face was on my side. It wasn't fixed for me.
Yeah. But you don't have to see. Like, I'm not blocking your view of the game. I would love if somebody could tell me how to fade out my my video capture so I'm not seeing it and it's just appearing on the stream. Then I wouldn't have a problem with it being on my side of the screen. But otherwise, then when we're playing those mini games, I'm less likely to kick your ass.
Well,
I believe I'm still winning.
I can answer your question. When you stream on the PS5, you're going to see yourself no matter what if you're using the PlayStation camera. So you're shit out of luck when it comes to that. If you want to stream your game, from the PlayStation 5, and not see your face and have all these cool graphics and all that, you're going to need a capture card, which I got. And that, depending on which version you get, it can be between $100 to $200. So, and I'm trying to.
Side note: Are you a bit more happy about this update? You still can't play games from your external hard drive, but you can at least shelve them on there, which would make it easier for you since your internet kind of sucks.
Okay, so PS5 new update. Oh, I could put my PS5s on external. Congratulations. But that still doesn't solve my goddamn problem of running out of space. I still want to play other games, damn it. I still got, I've been on this binge.
As long as you don't fill up your external hard drive, you can use it as a shelf, though.
Yeah, I mean,
transfer the games you're not playing over there.
I got Astrobot on the external. I got I can put as many as my PS5 games that I want, but
you got the platinum for that, don't you?
Yeah, I got platinum.
You got the platinum for that, don't you? Yeah. All right. By the way, I want that shirt.
Good luck, man. Sold out. Fangamer.com. There you go.
Son of a bitch. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the platinum, delete it. What are the chances you're gonna go back and want to? Let's be real. What are the chances you're gonna want to go back and play it anytime soon?
Well, somebody beat my score on one of these time trials, and I had to go back and beat that person's score. So that is the reason why I would go back and play the game.
It wasn't me.
No, I forget.
In the famous trial, on vote number 5, it was me.
And it was somebody, but I beat their score. But overall time, I got to get that up. But yeah,
shit, don't play Ghost Runner.
The game.
Don't play Ghost Runner.
The game gave you motion sickness, so hopefully, if the PS5 version is a little bit better, it reminds me of Mirror's Edge, and Mirror's Edge gave me motion sickness as well. I'm like, ooh, I gotta jump. You like jumping and attacking and doing all this parkour stuff is making me sick. As much as I love those,
it made me feel like a kid. It made me feel like a kid in a way that I wasn't exactly happy about. My hands are sweating like crazy.
Playing that fucking game. I let Isaac play that game, so I'm like, yeah, I'll watch you play. But yeah, I mean, it's
all right. So are we planning for a stream this weekend as well?
Don't know. Like I said, I don't even have a full schedule posted. I just told them I'm coming back Monday. So I don't even know what my schedule is. I don't even know if I'll get Wednesday, Thursday off again. I know they're going to fucking overload me on the weekend. So we'll probably be doing the review for these movies and shows late night, like how we've been doing. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know what, like, about to say we're getting close up to our Mass Effect live stream too as well.
Yeah,
and I was so debating about it too, because when I got hit with the COVID, I'm like, man, this is gonna fuck up my whole goddamn trip up to Maryland.
Yeah, don't bring no goddamn COVID up here. Don't you put that juju on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that juju on me, Ricky Bobby.
My mind's like, you're good. My body can tell me something totally different. But like, yeah, you think you're good, motherfucker, but I'm gonna put your ass right back in that motherfucking bed. I'll make you look like ET in the river.
Okay, well, before we wrap this up, let's give you the floor, because there was the recent Resident Evil showcase. They talked about a whole bunch, showed us a trailer for that movie that's coming out on Netflix, and we got another trailer for Resident Evil Village. What did you, as the Resident Evil guy of this duo, think about all that? Yeah. Or did you watch it at all? Because I would actually be surprised if you ignored the entire thing.
I was debating about making a video for Just for Fun Games for the showcase again. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get my shit set up. And the more I thought about it, I was like, they might not have that much stuff to me really reacting to that is on a positive note, which unfortunately it was. Like, as far as, the new trailer, yeah, it looked cool. maybe showing a little bit too much, and that's one of the things I'm not really excited about, because I always like playing a Resident Evil game not knowing anything about it, going in blind, enjoying the story, getting scared without somebody else watching somebody else's stream and all this other mess. Mercenaries mode they got coming back for Village. I don't really care. Like I said, I'm in for reason why I played the Resident Evil game is for the story. I'm not worried about no secondary, modes or content like that. But if it involves the platinum, I'm gonna have to play it. I'm gonna have to play it. The new CG Netflix series, and we'll see how that is.
It don't look too good.
I mean,
it don't look.
It's the same as
it might be great, but the visuals don't look too good.
I mean, it might be the same.
Why does Leon look like he's anorexic now?
Like I said, it could be just like the other Resident Evil CG movies they got. What else did they announce? Dead by Daylight collaboration. Isaac probably be more into that because he plays he plays that more than I do. So
they didn't actually confirm what monster was going to be in Dead by Daylight, did they?
No. Either.
What's your suspicion?
Isaac wants to say William Birkin. I think
that would because they didn't they specifically say that it wasn't going to be Nemesis or Mr. X? I might be wrong.
They didn't say anything about that. So I mean, like I said, it's not something I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go play Dead by Daylight so I could play Resident Evil content. It was just like the Division when they had those theme event, and I just booted it up just so I can get the Jill Valentine skin or whatever.
Having said that, though, you're waiting. Having said that, though, you're counting the days before you can play Fortnite to get that Aloy skin, aren't you?
I already got it. I already got it. Come on now. But but back to Resident Evil Village. They had their PlayStation had their little exclusive demo. Which I hate. I hate wanting to do this. They have it as a timed demo. So you only have 30 minutes to play it. And that's what I was debating about too. I was like, should I record this for the channel? And I was like, you know what? No, because I gotta set it all up. And then I really want to explore and take my time. And luckily I beat the demo before I had, I think, 5 minutes left to play. Where it was funny because I was watching Alana play her demo and she didn't beat it in time, so the demo just cut off on her. I was like, ooh, that has to suck, but me playing the demo, I enjoyed it. It was had a lot more character development than so far from Resident Evil 7, where you're just by yourself walking through this house and Jack and the Baker families pretty much hunt you down. This one, they were showing me other villagers, and I was getting attached to this one chick, and then apparently her dad becomes like a werewolf kind of shit, and then instead of her being a dumbass, like, give me your hand. She just dies. So I'm like, well, damn, I shouldn't have got attached to that character so quickly. And as far as like combat and stuff, it's pretty much the same as 7. But as far as scary factor, I hate cornfields now, or the wheat fields or whatever, because there's one part you see a straight path to this house, but you hear something moving in the bushes and shit, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just sneak through the wheat fields over here, and then next thing you know, motherfucking werewolves and shit jump out, and oh man, it's intense. That's probably why I was fooled. I'm like,
my schedule. Based on my schedule, I'll have the first Resident Evil The Village demo finished probably 2022.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were going to be getting smart, be a smart ass. Be like, oh, my Resident Evil demo will be finished downloading in about 5 minutes. How long did it take for me to download? I can tell you. No. It took me about almost 10 hours.
And it took me about 5 seconds to delete it too.
Did you play the demo?
Hey, no, not the second demo. I played the first demo, and I got as far as the ladder.
Well, I would tell you play that on stream. Play that on stream. That'd be some good content.
I'm gonna play the game. I'm going to stream the game, and it like people are gonna think lesser of me. There'll be moments where I need to step away.
Hey, look.
We'll see what goes down. We'll see what goes down.
But overall, the show Resident Evil Showcase, thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't like I remember. In the Resident Evil 4 for Oculus Quest.
Nah.
All I can say, I'm glad it's not a remake of Resident Evil 4, because that Resident Evil 4 needs to die at this point. Stop putting this shit on everything. This shit can be played on a spoon at this point. Yeah, I got Resident Evil 4 for my spoon. It's just let this. Y'all hyping Resident Evil 4 like it's the best Resident Evil game ever made. It is not. It was good for its time. Yes. But to me, Resident Evil 2, the original, is still the best.
Do you think that they shouldn't have had this showcase at all? Do you think that maybe they're oversaturating right now? Because I mean, I watched the trailers. I didn't watch the entire presentation. I didn't really feel like I got anything from them that wasn't effectively alluded to in the first trailer.
Yeah, but I'll see when I watched the showcase, my only interest is in Village. I'm not worried about anything else unless you're telling me they're making a Resident Evil Outbreak remake, or
it's the Final Fantasy compilation bullshit all over again.
Yeah, about to say as much as I love Resident Evil and all that other stuff, I didn't really care for. Just give me mainline Resident Evil stuff. The live action movie. I'm gonna be honest with you, don't even fucking care. Y'all can hype this movie up as much as you want. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, yo, they got the mansion, they got the zombies, they got the tyrant. It's the actors that are throwing me off. The actors for this movie is throwing me off.
Are any of them Mila Jovovich?
Hope the hell not. I'll let the first Resident Evil movie slide. After that, other ones are trash. Even though I did like Apocalypse with the Nemesis and Jill Valentine. Even though what killed me, I remember when you were working at the theater and I went to go see Apocalypse, and what did it for me is when the Nemesis was teaming up with Mila Jovovich, and I'm like, yeah, that's not Resident Evil at this point. I don't know what this franchise is going. So.
Anyway, I think we can go ahead and wrap it up right there. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to while plans are tenuous at the moment, still been being affected by Roy's previous COVID stint. As soon as we know, you'll know, because it'll pop up on your feed.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm gonna go back to Umbrella. They're gonna give me the cure for the C virus. I don't know what it's gonna do, but.
That's when you're gonna have an eyeball on your shoulder, and you're gonna be chasing down for your son. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, all the stuff on the diddly do, and next time, peace.
Deuces.